Audio Technica.
Audio Technica. I'm using a Shure microphone here.
This little fancy thing.
Yeah, so from people I talk to who know, I feel like as long as you have some sort of compression mic, like the one you have, it doesn't really matter how much it costs. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, this mic seems to do pretty well for me. Uh, Probably better than I deserve. you know.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
Andrew, where are you right now? Because I saw on
I'm a,
Twitter y'all are headed like to some exotic location. Your background looks different. So, what's going on?
so right now I'm actually in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't made off as yet to the exotic location,
Okay.
but
So this
we'll
is
be
just a stop. You're stopping through London on your way
yeah
to exotic super base location.
yeah. So stop number one. Then
Yeah.
actually stop number two will be Amsterdam, and then
Oh
after that,
wow.
then to the exotic location. So yeah,
Okay.
I am truly a world traveler, as we said the last time.
Yeah, yeah. Are you going through conferences and stuff or
No,
like
no, no, no.
just casually traveling?
Yeah, pretty much,
Okay. Dude, that's awesome. That's
pretty
pretty cool.
much.
And as I found out just before the stream, you are freakishly tall. So do you want to stand up by the door again just to show?
No.
He's taller than the door frame. He's a
Why not?
tall
Let's do
man.
it. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. There you go. Now look at that. So a typical door frame is 6'6", and
Yeah.
I know this because I'm roughly like 6'4", so I'm a little bit off of it, but Andrew is clearly over that mark. I think we're at the point. He's at the point where height starts having diminishing returns. Like, can't get your clothes at a normal clothes shop. I still can, thankfully. And howdy to Evan here in the chat.
Hey,
Good
Evan.
friend of mine over there. Hope everything's going well in Europe right now, my friend. Um, but what are we up to today, Andrew? I think last session we kind of had a breakout session where we broke out from our typical stuff and we were writing some unit tests inside of, or I don't know, is it unit tests? Would you call these
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
unit
Sure,
tests?
Unitas.
Yeah, specifically using the Supabase CLI. And yeah, it I didn't know you could do that. It was really cool to see it, and yeah, thanks for showing that stuff off. I think though today I want to focus back in on the Supership site, maybe working through the notifications thing because I'd really like to get that in because I have recently
Yeah.
fallen in love with React Query, and I think that Supabase is actually like I did something with our NX channel that was showing like TRPC along with React Query, and they work like hand in glove. And I actually think that the Supabase client, like just the regular Supabase JS client that y'all ship out, is another perfect companion for React Query as well.
Nice.
So yeah, I would love to get everything, like do a whole refactor of the app just to get that all in. But I want to finish up this notification stuff first. And part of the good stuff we'll have is, as we can see from our end-to-end tests here. I'll just hit and run on all these right now while we're talking. But I think the React Query refactor should be the kind of refactor that I don't want to touch these end-to-end tests at all. It should be simply a matter of like this isn't a change to how the user is going to experience the app in any way. This is simply a tech change. So that's why we wrote these end tests the way we did. We are only playing with the DOM. We have no we're writing these things in such a way that we have no prior knowledge of what the internals of this app look like. With like the exception of like I think we have some data tags on here, like data properties that the user's maybe not available or the user's not aware of because you don't see them, but you do see them in the DOM, which I think that's fair. Um, so, so yeah. Looking at our tests here, they all passed, so that's cool. No unseen regressions, except for this one. I think this is the one we were working on. So this was, we're saying clicking on a notification link takes you to the post the notification was talking about.
Yeah.
And I think we have, the browser has been closed at create post. That's interesting. We'll have to see what's going on with this in terms of, just where this test failed. Maybe we just set a breakpoint and start debugging. What do you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
All
But
right.
I kind of think I think I kind of know where it's failing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
where's it failing?
I'm gonna make a rough guess and say
All
it's
right,
from
here
our
we go.
change last week, right?
Yeah.
From the RLS policy that we're checking.
Oh
No,
yeah.
the function that we're checking if the user is the same user who created the post. I think it's failing there.
Oh yeah. I think that's right. Well, let's take a look. I'll set the breakpoint there, and we'll hit the debug button, and that should fast track us to right where we need to be. So if you're new to the stream, we kind of have our end-to-end tests set up so that in between each test, actually before we run every test, we actually truncate our entire local database. This is on purpose so that we could have like a fresh slate every time we run this. So we've hit the sign up piece, and that's interesting. I guess maybe we need to step into our sign up post, and we can set a breakpoint here, maybe step through. It's going to be interesting playing with these two things back and forth, but maybe can I set this on
Is
the...
that the right window? Because it doesn't even have a URL.
Yeah, that's because we haven't gone there yet.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, I think we have it.
No, we
Maybe.
should, because at this point we're trying to sign up, so there should be something on the
Yeah,
screen.
maybe I messed something up. Okay.
That was delayed.
That was really delayed. That's really interesting. It's almost like there's some commands that were queued up that didn't go until we like step past this await. That
Yeah.
is weird. I don't think we've seen that in the past. But let's step through because we haven't errored yet. So we're going to fill in the email. We can see that's happened. We fill in our fake password. We'll press enter. And there we go. We should see the welcome notice. And now we'll start filling in the user's username. So this is just stepping through the welcome process. Hit submit. And then expect it to be enabled and enter. Yeah, this all looks good.
Yeah.
Expect logout notification, logout button. Okay, yeah, there we go. I'll set a new breakpoint here. We can fast track to creating a post, and we'll start stepping inside of here. And let me just make sure that page. It looked like the issue was that this browser was closed. So let's step into there. Okay, so we've gone to the message board. Just keep stepping through. Things are getting filled out, I think. Yeah, we can see. And we'll submit. And we'll wait for the new URL. This all looks good. Yeah, expect the post to have count 1. Yep. Okay, that passed. Let's go back up to the top level. We should hit that breakpoint when I hit play. Yep. And
So it's working.
It looks like it's working. Why did it fail the other time though? I don't know.
I've hit. I don't know if it's a playwright thing, but it happens a few times to me where a test will fail on first run, but then work on second run.
Yeah. Well, I wonder. So we just opened up the second page. I wonder if I just step through here. Let's hit play. If I just hit play, are we going to pass or what's going to happen? There. Yeah, we just passed. What in the world? Oh. Okay, so that won't make a good streaming, but there's definitely some flakiness in that test. So I'll probably spend some time off stream just to figure out what that one was.
Yeah.
I'll jump in there. I'll just leave like a note for myself. Zach, sniff out, and fix flakiness. That's one thing that's been interesting to do inside of Playwright. For the most part, things are pretty solid in terms of just things working, but
Yeah.
every now and then I hit like some unexpected flakiness, and it's usually because of the way I'm automating going through my app. So probably something weird I'm doing there that's causing most of this. But yeah, so it looks like taking, if we just hit play on this again, let me make sure, is this reliably passing now? There it goes. Boom. Oh,
What?
look, there it is. I wonder if it's like some race condition here. Why would the browser have been closed? Huh.
What if you test it without showing the browser?
Oh, like
So turn that option off.
yeah. Y'all can't see right now. Maybe if I
Or just running from the
disappear.
CLI. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Press that button and now we can replay. Let's see. So this will run it now in headless mode, so we won't see the browsers actually pop up. Most of the time we actually want that because it's nice to be able to jump into the dev tools. Yeah, that's good. That passed
Uh,
pretty easy.
yeah,
We
let's
just
go
run it a
again.
couple times.
Yeah, because I realize that sometimes the browser gets stuck in a
Mm-hmm.
certain state that makes it the test fail, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah. Well, it should still work when we run it in headed mode, but we've done it like 4 times now. It's pretty consistently passing. So, oh no, there we go. Uh, what did pending operations expected to have count? Interesting. At line 107, inside of our utils. So that was right here. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to have a better chance of passing in headless mode, but
Yeah. What's the await and new promise that you're doing there on line 99? What's all this stuff for?
oh, this is some stuff I had put in to try to prevent some flakiness before, which is just to say like we'll check at first to see if there is a count here for our post.
Mhm.
And if not, I'm just adding in a reload. So if we don't find it the first time, we'll reload. And then if the count is still a 0, then we'll await another. So this is just like setting a sleep essentially for
Okay.
100 seconds, right? And then we'll do another reload. And then we should definitely have a count of 1. Uh, so yeah,
Seems seems quite hacky and like it's a problem
yeah.
problem to a problem.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know if there's probably a better way of doing it, but yeah, I don't know. We could probably just do so. Part of the issue I think was, um, part of the issue I think is that originally this wasn't expecting for a lot of the data to be real time. I think like that's one thing I'd love to do with the real time or with the React query refactor to this app as well. Is once we do that refactor, I think I should make most of the stuff that makes sense to be real
Mhm.
time instead of like something we grab on like a page in it, because that's what we're
Right.
doing for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And it would be great to just have like this information coming in, and that's why we need the reload. Really, is we need to do a page reload because we do need to do a fresh like grab of the new data. And so the
Right.
first time we reloaded that page, it actually like wasn't there in Postgres yet. And by the time the page reload happens, that's why I'm doing things this way. There's normally there are like a time there's a timeout on this locator or on this locator method.
Mhm.
There's like I think it's like built in 5 seconds or something like that. So we'll wait,
Sorry.
just kind of like constantly retry until we see that count move, I guess, and then yeah, if it doesn't, if it fails the test, then you know it would, if our app was reactive and we were just waiting for the fresh data to come in, this line itself, like commenting at this out, should be sufficient. It's just because my app is just doing some call and responsing, and when it could be doing streaming, where that doesn't work. So
Right.
let's maybe
Okay.
put a comment here, like pull this out once we start getting real time data. There we go. Cool. So yeah, I think let's maybe I'm gonna go ahead and we'll like just serve the app. So I think that was just like I'm gonna have to go to the README because I forget what the command is. But local dev yarn dev. Okay, so we'll just say yarn dev.
Strictly unrelated.
Yeah.
Your paths inside of your tests, they can be relative, so you don't need to add the HTTP localhost and port path.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking at where were you seeing that before?
So
I guess
your
like right here.
go-to, yeah, that can just be a slash.
Yeah. Um I think if we wanted to do that, we'd actually have to set something up to tell it what domain we're looking at inside of like the playwright config, I want to say. I don't think I'm doing that yet.
No, you've already set the port, right? If you scroll up, I think
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
Port's right there.
So it already knows
Oh,
what it's
interesting.
running on, because it's going to run yarn dev and it knows where it's at.
I see. Let's try it. So we'll just replace that with a slash, you're saying, and this would work?
Yep.
Let's hit it. Run that. Let's see. Where did that hit? Yeah, that's not the same one we had been seeing before, right? I hope. Ugh,
Unrelated.
this is bad.
Or is it related? Put it back.
I don't know. Let's see.
Put it back.
Undo. All right, let's see. I don't know. I should. I feel like a bad developer just like blindly undoing that, but yeah, that fixed it.
What?
I don't know. I don't think it was related.
This works in my app.
It
Sorry.
works in your app. Okay.
Yeah. I just
Maybe
have
he's
the
just got
slash
unlucky
path.
with the flakiness. Let's see. One more time.
Broken.
But yeah, this kind of flakiness. This is why I want to stomp it out so bad, because this sucks. Not knowing whether it's like. So we failed on line 108 of utils. Let's just see what that is. Line 108 utils.
The same post half count.
Yeah, like it's not messing up on where we would think it would mess up. So it shouldn't, like, this should have the same exact success rate. I think we're just getting unlucky with this. Yeah, see, there we go.
Wait, someone in the comment has, Robert has made a comment that could it be related to a serverless function cold start? Does the playwright test timeout before the full cold start?
Yeah, let me, oh man, all my windows are going nuts now. Let me pull out this stuff so I can see the comments again. Robert, could it be related to a service? Yeah. No, I'm actually not using serverless functions in this application. Part of the reason for that is the serverless, there wasn't support when I originally was making the course for this. I think there is now, right, Andrew? Yeah. So
yeah.
So you could do it now. But another part of why I was trying to avoid it is I was trying to lean more into Postgres, actually. Because like Postgres is like the SQL there is like Turing complete, and I am not a great Postgres developer. I thought I was before I got into this because I had vague memories of being good at this earlier in my career when we were using it a lot. But getting into some of the scripting, I'm learning I need to learn this a lot better. So that was part of the reason for avoiding serverless functions and try to do everything inside of Postgres functions instead. But yeah, the flakiness is definitely due to just waiting on this post to be created. Very odd because I feel like this create post gets called a lot more. But I feel like if we set this timeout to longer, we'll see a better success rate on this. But the very fact that I have to second guess whether these tests are going well or not is like, this is just like a reason for me to to hate everything that's happening here. Like the whole purpose is to have confidence in this stuff, and yeah, it's that didn't help apparently. Cause yeah, let's see. Uh, yeah, yeah. I'm just
What
gonna do
what
this.
if you comment out the lines that are currently
Oh wait.
just to see? Comment from line 91 down to 108
Mm-hmm.
or 90. Yeah, 90 down to 108.
Okay. 90 down to 108. Just comment this out.
Yeah, just want to see if it's gonna break somewhere else or if it's just having issue with.
Yeah, I think this will break somewhere else. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure this was stuff I had put in to prevent that. I think actually the extra zero I put in the wrong place. I wonder if this, yeah. I bet we'll see like about 50-50 on this succeeding or passing again. We'll give it a couple more tries. Yeah. Because part of the idea is this will return the post. Yeah, that one worked actually. Let me try uncommenting this, and I'll change the only effective change now will be this line, which before had been 100. Now we're doing like a whole second. I wonder. Let's maybe we just like run this 5 times. I know this is probably like watching paint dry for anyone to watch it, but it's important. We need to have confidence in our tests.
And it's actually
This will make
working.
it. It is, but it takes a whole second. Like that's a whole extra second we added to the length of this test, which I want to ruthlessly stomp out if we can. And again, like when we get to streaming data, we shouldn't need it. So, I'll leave this. I'll leave this in. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think we're pretty. I think we may have stomped it out now because we're really just saying I need to wait until the database has been updated before I can reload my page,
right.
which is unfortunate, and that's totally going to exist in production as well, which is unfortunate. But there you are. All
Oh,
right.
so it's actually a flaw or a
Yeah,
bug in the app right now that needs to
yeah,
be
like the
fixed.
fact that this is showing that sometimes the post isn't there when unless we like wait a second and reload the page.
Yeah.
Like that's actually a legitimate bug. Like
Okay.
if someone were to make a post here, they may get to their like I think we're just dropping them back into if we're maybe let's look at the live site real quick. So if I were to come over to the message board and just do a new test post, uh, like we should see it. I see it here, but apparently for some folks, well, at least running locally, it wasn't working. It may have been like some of that may have been some of the new code we've added since I deployed. So it may be like telling us about some new legitimate new regression.
Right.
So we definitely want to make sure we don't ship until we have a good handle on what that is. So early warning signs maybe of some issues with our application.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for now, I think as we're working through the functionality, we can kind of gloss over this by adding in this extra timeout or the elongated timeout. And
Yeah.
yeah, we still need to figure out everything else that's going on with our notifications. So, because right now we kind of had it set up and we can like read in English. And someone wants to offer promotion of my channel. I want to ban you so bad. But I've got to figure that part out still. But yeah. Uh, all right. Hopefully they're just a bot and not actually really watching. I'll have to figure that out. I gotta figure out like the whole OBS stuff too. Do you know all that stuff, Andrew?
No.
No. Okay. I think it will be harder for us to do this where we're like collaborating in OBS, but
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I think T3 does stuff like that. Theo, you know Theo?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. His ping.gg, I think, is a product that's like supposed to help with this, with being able to host multiple people in a stream at the same time. So I'll
correct.
have to take a look into that. But yeah, looking at our tests right now, clicking on a notification link takes you to the the notifications about. Should show a notification when the user comments on your post. So yeah, let's just. I'm going to hit the rerun here, and I'm going to actually show the browser. Oh, I'll have to do that next time because I want to use this as like a way. Ah, dang it! I thought it was fixed, but I want to use this as a way of jumping forward to where we want to be for this test. So yeah, we can see here. Here's our commenter, and here's our user. And what we have here is the user should get a notification when the commenter posts a comment. So if I were to post a new comment here, so this is test. I think this is wired up for real time. So you actually see as soon as I did that,
Yeah,
the counter went up. But there's still a lot of stuff we need to figure out here. Like at this point, we've actually had 2 posts here. One of them is actually old. Like we've seen it already. Um, and there's no difference between the two. I guess clicking on either will take us to where we need to be. Oh, but actually, if you notice the notification there, um, it's probably ordered the wrong way. Like this is the new one at the bottom, I'm pretty sure. So if I click any of these, the top 2, that counter still stays at 1. But if I click on this one, the counter's going to go down to 0 after I click
yeah,
it. So we probably need to do something there where first off, I think we probably only show like the last 10 to start. So we could do that pretty easily, right? Like that's just a change on the query that we were passing through. Actually, since we're using real time, it might not be that easy. I don't know. Because I don't want to show an endless list of every notification this user's ever gotten since they started using the platform, right?
right. Yeah,
But if there are a series of new notifications, I do want them to get it. But also, I don't want it to be necessarily if this user is just keeps posting the same comments. I would love it to actually be like now we see there's 3 notifications. I'd love it to actually be like there's new comments from commenter on test post. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or if there was a second commenter and they were just like you know let's comment on the same thing. It would say like commenter and commenter 2 commented on the post this. So I don't know. We'll have to maybe figure some of that stuff out. And I think I don't really want to mess with the backend stuff too much. Like I think the backend is sufficient. Hopefully, and we can figure out a lot of this stuff by just like putting it on the front end, and maybe working with that a little bit. But I don't know. Let's take a look. We'll jump into our. Do we have like a notifications file? No, I think this is happening. Where is this happening? Part of the refactor, I think, would be nice to more logically put together a lot of the stuff because it's got kind of unmanageable now. But I think here's the notifications. So let's just see where does this notification happen. Notifications. Okay, so here's our notifications component. And all right, so there's where we're filtering. Red ad equals null. Oh, I think maybe.
So I think are we getting like all notifications and we're just checking which
Yeah.
ones haven't been read?
So this one's the count. Yeah. So I think this is actually probably right, but I think we'll need to do another step here. Because like we said, I don't want to see 3 if the same person's posted 3 times. And part of that is like maybe saying like, here's our notifications. So this is a notification array. I almost want to like create a new interface that's like, I don't know, like curated notifications. So that's going to take like the array, and we'll make it first of all so that there's not so many in there, especially if they're old. I think maybe if they're new, like if someone were to have like 25 new notifications, we'd want to show all 25 of those. But I think we want to set it up so that you only would ever see one notification per OP at a time. So if the same person commented 5 times, you'd see only one. Like you'd see a bell icon of one. You'd only see one item in our list here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so let's maybe start with that. So let's see if we can like maybe make a curated notifications or a way of paring this array down so we can kind of make it sane. So how would that look? Let's start by just writing a function. So we'll say a function curate notifications. We'll take a notifications, which is a notification array. I think we actually probably just want to return another notification array for now. I don't think we need another interface. Because what we'll want to do is we'll want to maybe get an array of the different posts that these are for. So maybe even just a map. Let's just say constant map of posts. And so this would be something that's like a record. So we'll do it where it's like the post ID would be a string is the index of the object, and a notification, I think array is going to be on the other side. And we'll say, I like using for loops. So we'll say for constant notification of notifications, what does the notification, what else does this have on it? Post ID. So yeah, I think that's what we want to do it on. So this was just, I really wish that, whatchamacallit, Copilot would figure out language servers, man. Like, come on. It knew, or it should have known. It should have known. So yeah, we'll say if that doesn't exist as an array already, we'll say we'll make it an array with that one notification. Otherwise, we'll take our the same array that should already exist, and we'll just push it on. And the idea would be here, once all those are done, I feel like what we'd want to do is maybe iterate through each one of these again and be like, if there's only one notification here for this one post, then it should just look like what it is already. If there's more than one, let's figure out a new message to show to the user. You see what I'm saying? That making sense?
Yeah.
You lying to me, Andrew? That was not a convincing yeah.
No, I'm just thinking about something at the same time, but I don't think what I'm thinking would work because I'm thinking from a database level than at this level, which wouldn't work.
Yeah, well, I think maybe our database model isn't great because I think like if we look at the notification, it's almost like I had built this model originally to say like here's the notification text, and we're gonna have to like parse that stuff out now if we want to give something valuable here and determine on the client side what's going on with that. So I don't love it, but I think we could probably say like user, like here's the user ID, user Blake X, Y, and Z, all commented on your post, and then get the post ID information.
What are we trying to do it? What are we trying to achieve here? We're trying to achieve not showing the same commenter twice if they commented on a post, right?
Yeah, maybe I'm trying to do too many things at once. I want to do, so right now we commented 3 times as the commenter.
Yeah.
And we got a notification icon of 3, and there's also 6 items right now in the list. Right. Whereas what I would want the desired result to be after this person commented 3 times is I want to say the notification should have a 1 on it. First of all, well, first of all, it should have a 1 on it. And then I think there should be only 2 items in this list. One of them being that commenter commented on the post, test post, and that should be an old one because that one's not new to the user. The other one, the one at the top of the list, should be there's new comments from commenter on test posts. So letting them know that there's something new that they haven't seen yet. So that's like maybe step 1. And what I'm trying to do with my solution was actually accomplish a second goal of, say there's a commenter 2 that also exists in here, and they're also putting comments on here as well. So let's say they added 2 comments themselves. Even in that case, I'd only want them, they have new comments from commenter and they have new comments from commenter 2. I still kind of want them to only see one thing, kind of how Twitter does it, I think. Like if you get likes from
Right.
multiple people, you just get one notification. You don't get like Andrew liked it, and also, by the way, Zach liked it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm trying to accomplish here with that is just like, so what I'm doing inside of this code is I'm grouping these, grouping notifications by their post ID for the goal that for any post, we only have one new notification to show to the user at a time. Now at a data level, at like a database level, there's actually multiple, but we're curating it on the client side for now, so we can just say, we're getting a whole bunch from the database, but we only really need to show one piece. And it may actually make more sense to put this on the back end now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it from the perspective, if you didn't actually need to have all the notifications, and you only want to, because you only want to show one, even if the person's commented twice on the post.
Right.
If you didn't need to show that the person has made a new comment, then you could have just instead not save the additional notification, right? Because you just check that there's already a post ID and a user ID that matches this what I'm trying to save now. So let's not even update it. They're already
Yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense. But that becomes more difficult when like another user comments on it.
Yeah.
Because then that's going to fall down, and that's like more Postgres than I'd be capable of writing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be like, I guess we could probably figure it out, but we have to, like, the data model is just not set up for it. Like the notification has a single user ID. So that user ID is actually the commenter's user ID, and it's just not going to work if we do that. So let's stick to the client side for now, I think, because I think this way will actually work. It will actually do what we intended to. It's just like it irks me from an architectural standpoint that this is on the front end, but I'm like, I'm over it.
Yeah, I think this is good anyway to show how you could, if your database wasn't modeled in a way that you wanted it to, then you could actually maneuver around it by using the front end code. But yeah, in realistically, it would have been better if the database model was done correctly, as you were saying. If the user ID wasn't attached to the notification, if it was like a joint table, so then you could get how many users commented on this post, similar to how Twitter is doing the likes, right? They just
so like a one-to-many new relation that just shows for this notification these users are involved. I think that actually would be much better. But all right, well, we'll first forward with the client side stuff, and we have the unit test, or we have the end-to-end test. We can rebuild it.
True.
we can rebuild it somewhere down the line if this doesn't work right. But or it will work right. It's just we can make it better somewhere down the line. So here's our map of posts. So now we're going to want to take these and say, we'll just iterate through them again for constant notifications now of object.values map of posts. So that's going to like iterate through all of the values inside of that object. And I do want to sort it by created at, but Um, that's I'm gonna have to do like date stuff here, which is
It's,
fine.
I think it's just a new date. If I remember correctly, you just wrap these in new date.
Yeah, and we can subtract those. But this A and B Copilot, for some reason, because it's not connected to the language server, thinks these are notifications, but they're not. They're arrays of notifications, right? So I'm gonna have to like map these out before sorting. But yeah, I think we just make a new date off of this. And TypeScript, this is an interesting thing because TypeScript's actually not aware that you can subtract dates, uh, which is bizarre because you can. And you can. This is like the way that you figure out if one date comes before another. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this, but it's always had this problem. I should do a tweet about that at some point. Like, what's going on, man? But
I'm sure someone who's more advanced in TypeScript than you and I will give us a answer that makes sense.
maybe I think it's dumb. I think it's just dumb. Maybe there's like I don't know. Maybe in Node you're not supposed to subtract them or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll take our notification array now. So for each one of our notifications arrays, we'll go through and I guess this is where we'd say if notification array dot length equals 1, we'll just return like the first one. So this is what does it like about this? Map of posts. Notification should be a notification array. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's do this because instead of doing it like so, I'll say just notifications equals this. I was getting my data types mixed up, I think, a little bit. Notifications, that's shadowed. So we'll say notifications grouped by post. And we'll want to do that down here too. Map it, sort it, get rid of this one. I think we're good. Is this right? Notification array.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. Because
Oh
it's
yeah.
inside of each one of these is an array, and we're
Yep.
making an array of each one of those.
Yep.
So notifications grouped by post, notifications grouped by post, and map that. Yes, I did. Thank you, TypeScript. For each one of those. Okay, yeah. So now we're on the right step. So if there's just one, we should just return that notification uninhibited. Otherwise, we should take. I think what we should do is we got to grab the most recent notification and just build like a new notification off of this. So we'll say constant new notification is a notification, and that equals. We'll just fill these out. So this, oh man, I'll worry about that ID. We might need to like drop in UUID or something here to figure out a new unique identifier for that notification. Maybe that's something I hadn't considered yet. And then after notification text, user ID, and that should also just be blank. But notification text, I feel like should be. We'll need to know how many unique users there are. So I would say maybe we'll start by creating a set, constant unique users. Yeah, equals new set. Okay, that looks good. For
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we could do that. This, Robert, I believe this should work. Like if we do JavaScript, like let's maybe just go to just have a Chrome window here, and we'll just say console new date minus new date. Like that's 0. Like that's a thing. We should be able to do this. We should be able to subtract dates. I don't know. TypeScript has never let us. But yeah, that would work too. Let's add that just to get TypeScript off of our back. Let's just get time. That's gonna give us
Yeah.
a number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get time. There we go. For now, I think we should just return that new notification. We still have to do all the stuff going on here. Red at. Interesting. I feel like too when the user clicks this, we're also going to have to mark all of these notifications as being read, which is that'll be. Yeah. This is why we should have done it at the database level for sure. For sure, I see this now, but it's too late. We're not going back. Unique users here. So we'll say if unique users dot size equals 1, then I think we're good, right? We would maybe say let usernames, and just let that be a string. Usernames. Because at the end of the day, I think what we want to do is something like on the notification text here, we want to do something like usernames, comma, dot, join with like comma separator.
Right. Yeah.
Interacted with your post, and then we should say like what something like that. Post title. Is post title something we actually have? I don't think so. I think we just have the post ID, right?
Yeah, we don't have the post title in there.
So we're gonna have to like join this with the data on the client side too. So more reason to, you know what we're gonna say. That's fine.
But this is good. This is good. I mean, yeah. I think this is good to show how, on a typical day-to-day development, it kind of shows how we think through a process of doing something. We can build it out, and then later on we can go back and refactor. So
yeah, I think I just rethinking about this here. Let's just make a constant usernames, and we'll say that equals notification r dot. This is actually going to be like user IDs, unfortunately too. But we'll say, how do we get an array out of a set? I think it's like new.
It's not new array. It's array dot something, right?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So that'll give us perfect. So that'll give us all the user IDs. We'll need to like pass in as an input to this. I think we could just say, how were we doing this before? Actually, if we look at the notifications, we were definitely showing the username before notifications. Yeah. It was in the like if we were to look at here, like commenter, that's the user name.
Oh, right. Okay.
So and we also have like the post name there. So somehow we're joining that on the client side already.
Do you know how we're doing that? We actually just save that in the actual notification text.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't want to be parsing that. But we should have that information somewhere, I think, right?
Well, we can do a lookup, right? Because now we have all the user IDs. We can probably just query the database to get back the usernames from the profiles table, right?
Yeah.
And we can do select equal in. I think there's an in. Yeah. so we can get all of them back in one go.
Sounds good. All right, so we'll make this an async function. And here, I guess we could do like, so outside, before we start like getting this information, we'll say users. So this should be an user array. I'm just going to declare it like that for now. And we'll also need constant posts. And this would be like a post array.
Yeah.
These things exist, don't they? Post. Yeah. And user should exist as well.
I think you just imported the wrong user.
Yeah, I think so too. That's the Supabase one, right?
Yeah.
And I want like my own. Where did I have it? User profile. I think this should have. Yeah.
There we go.
That's what we'll need. Okay. So between these things, we should be able to go out and fetch it. So we could just say this equals await. No. Supa client dot from user profile selects star.
Don't think you wanna assign it at this point because we need to destructure the data.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that would be more like this data users. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just say this is
you could do that and just alias it.
Yeah, I won't alias it yet. Let's just get the data out first, right? So that's from user profile select star, and then you said we need a where, right?
Well, it's a equal.
Okay.
Rather than a where. EQ. What's the query again? Oh, it's the syntax. Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm about to go look for it.
Supabase JS EQ. Because we want to pass it like a list. We want to pass it a whole array of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's not what I want at all.
You need to go to the, I think it's the filters, or is it the modifiers?
Equal the array to filter with.
Okay, we can use filter, right? So dot filter, and then we put username as a first argument. Probably it's best to open up this. Let me send you the link so that anyone else watching can follow along and just don't think we're all magicians here and we work out how to do stuff.
Yeah.
I just sent you the link so you can actually.
Okay. Let me drop that in our actual public chat. Here. And I can take a look over here in Chrome while we're working. Okay, so filter ID in. Oh, and then a comma separated string?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to do some string building here, folks. Okay, let me just copy this right there. And so that's where we'll drop it. So ID in, and then here we'll do, I guess, let's make these backticks. Because we'll need there, yeah. And then we'll say, so this is our original notifications dot map. So there, comma, to that. This should actually be, I think we'll want the double quotes around it, right? I think that's right.
Where is it?
Yeah. Does that look right? I think it's right. ID in, and then the user IDs in double quotes and separated by a comma. I think that's right. I guess we'll find out. Because we should be hitting that now if I hit a refresh on Google Chrome, right? Oh, maybe not.
What broke?
Missing initializer. Oh, yeah, it doesn't like this. We'll just make this left for now.
No, I think it's complaining about the notifications one, which is further down the page. Line 255
Yeah.
onwards.
New notifications. Oh, I see. Users' names.
Yeah.
I see. So usernames equals this. Okay, so now we can. Well, we're not. I'm not just following a very logical flow here, but I actually think. Did they get it? That is that right? Data.
What is data? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so that should be an array of the user profiles. Data.find. Yeah, I think that would work. That's not the most efficient. That's actually like an ON squared solution, but I'm like okay with that right now. Say data as user profile array. And user profile.
It only has username and avatar URL. Ooh.
That's not right, is it?
What?
What's going on in our user profile? Let me just open up 54323.
How do you remember these port numbers?
I don't know. It's muscle memory, dude. It's one of those things. If you asked me to do, I probably could figure out. But if you just put me in front of a computer, I could.
Yeah, that's not right. There's a user ID in here. So why is our
Why
interface
isn't
not having
there?
it?
I don't know.
And why
I
do we have
don't
an
know.
avatar URL? Is this different to what we were looking for?
Maybe. I feel like this was like I didn't need the IDs in here on the client side, so I just didn't care about them.
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure
Okay.
they're still there, even though our interface doesn't work.
It's user underscore ID. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Don't be sorry about that. That just saves us a bunch of time, probably. So user underscore ID. All right. Let's see. Still doesn't like it.
I would say let's just comment out line 256 to 264. We just want to see that data that's coming
Yeah,
back
sure.
is correct. And
There we go.
add a log after the 254.
Come
The
on,
log.
man. We gotta use our dev tools.
I don't know what
I'll
that
do
is.
it. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. That's where we could like set the breakpoint inside of Chrome DevTools to see this instead of having to put the console log in there.
Go
But
on, do it the way that you say. I think
no.
that's
We're already doing it this way. Let's hit a refresh. Let's just see what's going on there. Well, I guess it's not reflected in the UI yet, but we should see the console log, right?
but
No, because we're not calling this yet.
Oh.
Yep. There we go. So we'll say in here, I don't know, we could just curate notifications with those notifications, and that should get it. Oh, I'm so used to shifting over. There we go. Okay. This isn't working right now.
Can you do your breakpoint thing? Oh, what's not working?
It wouldn't help. Because right now, data came back weird. What is it? What did it look like over here? It looked like null? Okay, what's going on with network? Let's hit a refresh. User profile, preview. Let's see what it looked like. Payload headers.
Wait, your payload, the N is empty.
Yeah. That's not good.
No
That's
values
not good
were
at
created.
all. Okay, what do we do wrong here then? If we're looking at it, so curate this.
Oh.
The query came in wrong. This was just completely empty. So notifications. Oh, it's because there's nothing in notifications yet. Let's just say if notifications dot length, if it's falsy, so if it's 0, We'll just return. That way we'll get around that issue because it's just stuff with like React rendering there. Here we go. Hey,
Okay,
there we go.
cool. Nice.
So we may need to do like the set thing beforehand because this is a bunch of the same user inside of here. But I think that's actually correct aside from that, right?
Yeah.
But what's the response? Relation public user profile does not exist. Did I call it the wrong thing?
Profiles with an S.
Profiles.
Oh my.
Hey, okay, we're making progress. Kind of. All right, let's do this here. When did we create the set of users? Is that down here? We'll just hoist this up a little bit. And to right here, I guess. Oh, that's not gonna work. Do notification. I think I actually need to drop these back. Cause yeah, I could do this. I could copy this and paste it in, but this is actually going to be a different list of users that we care about. So we'll put it like here. We'll just make this notifications. Like so, user IDs, and this one will be user IDs map in, and we'll just want to cover that in double quotes, I think.
Yeah, that should do it.
Let's see. Well, famous last words, right? That should do it.
That should not do it.
That should not do it. There we go. Okay. We got 400. We're moving. Okay. Yep. I knew that. Filter user underscore ID. See, I told you. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay. So there's no red, but here we go. Preview. Hey, looking
and
good
the payload?
over there.
What does the payload look like that we're sending over? Okay, so it's definitely the one user. Cool.
Yeah. So we're filtering it out right. Looks like we got the right information here. I think we're all set.
Yeah.
We'll need to do the same thing over here for, we'll say this is our users, right there. Now we'll have to say, same for our posts. We want them to be inside of the unique array of stuff from the notifications. So we'll say const data. We'll just leave it as data actually. Equals await super client from, and here we'll use the posts. Select star filter, and we're going to say, well, let's take a look at the posts. So post is just ID.
Yeah.
Okay. But oh gosh, we actually don't want post because
we want the content, right? We want to post content.
I think so. Yeah.
Which has a post ID.
Have
cool.
The title. Yeah. So we could just get it from there. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what was the name? Post contents with an S. Post underscore contents with an X. Select filter, and this was ID is called. So ID.
No. Post ID.
Was it?
Yeah, we want to post. We want to filter by the post ID.
Oh yeah. You're right. You got it. Thank you. Post underscore ID, and here we'll say in, and then that's a good try, but I think we'll have to do what we did before. Let's try though, Copilot. You almost had us. So we'll just put like the empty string there, but I'm just gonna copy these two lines, and we'll replace here unique posts and post IDs, and here we'll say n dot post ID, and here we'll say array from unique posts, and here we'll say oh gosh, what was it again?
You
it's right
could
here.
just copy line 255. Yeah.
Grab this, stick it in here, and instead of user IDs, this will be post IDs.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Now let's take a look. If we're in here, we'll hit a refresh. And look at that working the first time. Post contents, I think that's in here. But I think we had the console log. So let's take a look at that. Console log. Oh, yeah. Look at
Oh
that.
yeah.
There we go. All right. We've got our data. Now all we need to do is stitch it back together. So we'll say our usernames here. I think that's actually sufficient. Yeah. And then we'll say constant post names equals unique user IDs. So how are we going to get this? So this would be a post names. We'll need to do, I guess we could do just like this over here. Just copy this, paste, and we'll say unique posts.
But we're already doing that. Why would we need unique posts again?
Because we need to know the unique posts for this notification, for the set of Oh no, you're right. I don't even. Yeah, you're absolutely right. All of these are already grouped. Everything inside of this array should have the same post because of the way we've done it.
Yeah.
So post ID should already be known. We can just take it from the first one. But we do need the post name. So const post name equals data. Yeah, that's actually surprisingly accurate. That's not actually a thing, but do I have post contents, an interface for that? Maybe I don't.
What?
But we could say at least it's got a
You have an interface for everything, Zach. What happened?
I don't know. I need to use the TypeScript generation inside of this project. We'll have to do that some other day.
Yeah.
That's a really cool feature that I need to be taking advantage of that I'm not right now. So we'll take let's say it's just got a post ID and a title, because those are the only things we'll need. As post underscore ID is a string, and a title, which is a string array. Yep. And we'll find inside of that data, because that's the data we're getting back for all of our posts.
Yeah.
And we'll say find a post such that the... Is that right? Yes, it is right. So it's that the post ID is equal to that first one.
Yep.
Yep. So there's the title. Okay.
What the heck? It's almost like Copilot heard you when you said it.
I know. Isn't that nuts? I feel like that's always a good sign when it's predicting what I'm going to do. That's like it seems to me like that's a good sign that I'm on the right track, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I'm setting an easy to follow path.
Yeah. Because you did say you're gonna get the ID from the first post, and it did exactly that.
Yep. That was weird. That part was a little weird. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so new notification. It doesn't like this right now. It's using red at. Did I not do something right here? I think. Is this need to go on the other side?
Oh, where are you? Yeah, there you go. That's it. But we no longer need a post out because we now have the post name, right? So just replace post out with post name.
Post name. And created at, we want this to actually be, let's just do it like this. So we want to be constant post, no, just created underscore at equals, like we want to take our notification array, and I think we want to just sort it by created at, and then like take that most recent one, if that makes sense. So
okay.
Yeah, so we'll say notification r dot sort. We have to write our own little sorter here again. It's going to be similar to this one
Do,
that we already wrote.
do we need to sort it again?
I don't think so,
So
actually.
couldn't
No,
we
we
just?
do. We do. Because this is sorting the inner array for all the ones for this one post. This one is meant to sort the like the whole list.
No, no. I mean, since they've already come back in a sorted order, and we've just regrouped
Oh, I
them,
see.
aren't they still in the same order? So the only thing we need to do is either pop one off the end
Yeah.
or
W-
unshift one off the beginning, right?
Yeah, maybe
It's either the
so.
first or the last one.
Probably. But are they sorted right now? I don't know if they necessarily are. I think they probably happen to be.
they,
But
they
we're
they
not
are
ever
by
saying
default.
sort. Okay. So let's just try. I think it's probably going to be the last one is going to be the most recent. So let's just try that. So we'll say created at equals notification array and notification r dot length minus one dot created at. Let's just try that. Um, that'll give us our created at. User
What?
ID doesn't matter. Oh,
You,
what's wrong?
you don't pop things off the end? I'm just saying. I tend to just
Oh, I
pop
don't
an
know.
unshift.
I mean, that would work, but that changes the array. I'd prefer not to change the array.
Oh,
I don't know
right.
if we'll need it,
Okay,
but
okay. That makes sense.
maybe we will. I don't know. I don't think we will at this point. So we probably would be safe to pop, but
I
I prefer not to mutate my arrays. Thank you, sir.
I never thought of it that way. I never thought of, oh, maybe I'll need it array later on to do something. I just thought, pop
Yeah.
it off,
I think
pop it off.
it probably would be fine in this case, like I mentioned. So yeah,
Yeah,
but post ID we should know this already, right? So we'll just take
yeah.
that off of the notification r0 dot post ID. That's fine. ID, I think we can just leave that empty right now. I don't think I'm indexing anything off of this. And these ones, just want to give it a red at. Uh,
Red X supposed to remain empty, right? Because it hasn't been read.
yeah. Well, if that's the thing, if we give it a red at of null, then it's not going to appear correctly in our little notification text thing that shows the red one. It'll assume that we've read them. Oh no, it will assume that we haven't read them.
Yeah.
But that's not what we want, actually. Like, there's a whole other dimension to this I think we're missing right now, which is like we want to separate the reds from the not reds in order to make this work the way I was thinking of it. But all right, let's just leave this as null and let's see what happens. I'm interested now because I
Oh,
think we're in a spot where this should work theoretically if I were to refresh.
TypeScript was complaining that you can't pass null
Oh,
to
okay.
Red
This is where we tell TypeScript to shut up. Get over yourself, TypeScript. All right. We still got the 3 there. Oh, that's because we're still not doing anything with this.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Oh, did I lose? Okay, I'm back. It was weird. My monitor just froze there. But all
I
right.
can still hear you.
Oh, good. Good deal. All right. So we have this. We still need to sort that, but I think like this would do it if I were to return here. Return this. TypeScript loves it. That's great. Here we'll change this to just return an empty array. And there we go. So that'll curate our notifications. And then here, I believe what we could do. So we do want to use a use effect. And we'll do some stuff in here, but we'll also say the notifications depends. But this will depend on our notifications. Whenever that changes, we should rerun it. So we'll say curate notifications. And here we'll say constant curated notification set as you state notification array, start with empty, and we'll say over here dot then to
What?
see notifications. What's up? Are you confused? Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, keep going. I'm gonna
Okay,
catch
okay.
up soon. I'll catch up.
We'll hit set curated notifications here to the C notifications. That C is just short for curated. I think that would work. We do need to switch this. So every place we're using notifications below, I think we'll want to use the curated ones.
Line 307 is gonna blow up.
307.
Yeah.
All right, let me take a look. Line 307.
You gave the variable name on line 302 the same name as this function name. It's not
Oh, I
going no
see.
difference.
Yeah. That makes sense. To curated notification R. There we go. Curated set curated notification R. I don't know, man. I'm tired at this point. Let's get this stuff done. We got stuff to do, places to be. We've got exotic locations to travel to, doors to duck under. We ain't got time for coming up with better names. Let's go.
Naming things is hard.
There we go. There's our one. That's terrible. Let's see. This must be some other places I'm using that notification inside of our list. Yep, sure enough. There it is. Curated notification R. Beautiful. I think this is good enough for me as long as this is working right. Yeah. Sort of. the usernames are not there.
What's currently there? What's that?
So we're missing the username, right? So it should be commenter interacted with your post test
Okay.
post, right? And I don't know why that's not showed up. Let's see if we can figure that out, and then let's call it a day. Because
let's go.
that's where I'm at. Usernames join. So usernames not getting set properly. So we'll just say console.log our user IDs, and then we'll say console log our usernames. Now I think we already know what this is going to say, but let's take a look. Inspect, and let's check out the console. Here.
Let's use the ID. Yeah.
That's undefined. Interesting. So there is something there. It's just undefined.
So let's see the code again.
It must be. There must not be a username here. Is that not what we called it? If we go to user profiles, username, it should be there. If we go to user IDs, data as user profile, console.log data. Let's see what that one said. That was the first one. User ID. Oh, okay. Oh wait, no.
Yes, right. Yeah.
But shouldn't this be?
Can we?
Okay, that is the post contest.
Copy that user ID and just check in the database to see if it's there.
Yeah, sure.
Good
idea.
Keep that
good idea.
Open.
No,
not that one. The other one.
The user ID?
Yeah.
Okay, let's grab that. Copy. We'll go over to here and we'll find inside of our user profiles. I think it's right here, but add filter. Oh gosh. Paste equals. There it is. Yeah, so that matches.
It is. Yeah. Okay.
So streamer brain going on right now, not figuring out why this is the case, but array one. So there's that user. Is that user name? We have to find data as user profile, but that data is not user profiles. That's post context. This needs to be users. That's why. Copy. That's why this ain't working.
Oh, because we added.
Yeah, that was a really bad mistake. That's crazy that we didn't catch that either. That's why we don't want to do this, because we totally lied to ourselves.
I'm gonna make another suggestion as well. Then in that
Yeah,
case,
yeah, yeah. Go
can
ahead.
can we also alias the data that came back from the post contents to
Yeah, let's
post
do that.
contents for future reference?
Post contents. Yeah, that would have saved us for sure. Um,
Then rename
Post
that
contents,
on
because yeah, now
277.
it'll flare up everywhere that was.
Yeah,
That would have saved us
yeah.
if we had just been a little better. All could have saved us so much pain, but I don't know. I'm getting tired. I'm ready to close the book on this one and be like, okay, user interacted with your post. That's not right either. Dang it.
What?
It needs to be commenter test. I think we're just pulling the wrong thing out of over here. Unique users notification user ID. Yeah, we don't want. It should actually be the user ID, right?
But is it from that notification or is it from the other? Isn't there
Uh,
two notifications that happen whenever you send something?
oh, are there? No, it shouldn't be. It should only be one notification sent out. The other person doesn't even get a notification entity added to the database. So
Okay.
it's just the person who was commented on that should get it. But it looks like this one, like this notification. Let's look at the notifications again. What's going on in the notifications table? So there's a bunch of them, but it's always here's the user ID, and that's the one that maps to our user. Yeah. So notifications.
So is it a comment? Is there another ID in here?
I would hope so.
No.
Uh,
No.
Post ID. Oh yeah, yeah. We need to add that to the data model because right now it's just coming in on that notification text. Oh, that's that sucks. All right.
Okay, everyone watching the stream, please go back to the stream a few weeks ago with me and Zach, where I said to Zach we should probably be saving this somewhere.
You were right. You were very right. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to call it here, Andrew, because I got other things I got to attend to. But
Yeah,
next time, let's fix the data model so we actually have the receiving user and the commenting user at some level of this database. I think we'll still stick with like this kind of model. We'll just have to adjust how the schema for this table
yeah,
just slightly, just like I mentioned, and I think we can fix things from there.
yeah.
So
I think this is a great way to show how to troubleshoot issues like this, right? Where
yeah,
you
for
probably
sure.
didn't model your database correctly in the beginning, and then
Yeah.
we can fix it as we go along, especially with everything being written in migrations, and we're
Yes.
working in the local super base, so you can.
That's the whole benefit of this. I don't have to I didn't push this migration
Yeah,
anywhere but to my locals thing. And as soon as it's ready to go, it'll be trivial to just push that up to our production uh, Postgres, and yeah, everything will be fine. So
yeah,
love that about Supabase. Y'all are doing awesome work. Y'all definitely deserve your exotic vacation to wherever y'all are at.
you keep on
So
saying exotic.
it's pretty exotic. I don't even remember. Was it Bali or something like
Yeah,
that? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exotic to me. I don't even know. If you asked me to find where Bali is on a map, I'd be like, I don't know. Somewhere not in this hemisphere, I think.
Nice.
But yeah.
But yeah,
Thanks a lot for coming again, Andrew. I'll send you an invite for next week. Friday work for you?
Friday next week should be because I should be
You still got traveling, don't you?
in my exotic destination, so you'll be able to see my exotic surroundings.
Nice. Nice. Well, maybe you could bring some Postgres folks with you too. I still want to
Yes,
pick
yes.
some brains when I get a chance.
Oh my
So
gosh, you know what? That'll be so good. I probably can grab a few of the folks from the team because we're all gonna be together and just say, "Hey, let's just jump on the stream with Zach." Yeah,
woo, that'd be
yeah.
awesome. If y'all want to send me some tickets to Bali, I'm in, but I don't want to impose. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, we'll end it there. Thanks y'all for joining. We'll catch you next week.
All
There
right.
we go.